After 2 long years of hibernation, Jerry Lorenzo is back with 8th collection. Did Jerry Lorenzo do his thing, or is Fear of God's best days behind it? Let's go ahead and start with the obvious. Fear of God mainline has always been expensive, but Fear of God 8th collection is expensive. As a matter of fact, I took on the tedious liberty of carding everything in 8th collection from the first page and rang up to a whopping $60,000. That's a nice size down payment on a house for 1 page of Fear of God mainline. Yes, Fear of God 8th collection is definitely on another level, at least relative to collections of yesteryear. The pieces that I did get, I was very excited about, beginning with the Form Stripe track pants. So the Form pants do come in 4 different variants of materials, and they all fit exactly the same, featuring a relaxed fit throughout, a slightly longer rise. They finish with a straight cut from the knee down to the ankle, and they do fit true to size, and my sizing recommendation would definitely to take your true to size. My overall thoughts on the Form track pants is kind of similar to what I initially thought. They are pricey. Now when it comes to the denim variant, I find this to be a little bit gimmicky. I've just never really been a fan of having denim bottoms with an elastic waist. Out of the bunch, I do favor the velvet version the absolute most. These are the most cozy. Yes, they are roughly around $200, $300 more expensive than the other versions, but in my opinion, if you're spending that $1,000 price point for a pair of side stripe track pants, then I would just go all the way and get the best versions of them. They're just much more comfortable. They look and feel much more premium, and so that's why I favor these the most. The other two that I didn't mention, which are the wood colorway and the corduroy, those I really like a lot. Those would probably be my second favorite of the bunch. I would probably just go for the other versions or just get a cheaper alternative. Minimal currently has a pair that is comprised of tri-cotton material. They fit exactly the same. Next up, we have here the Denim Jackets, which do retail at $995. Similarly to the denim Form pants, the Denim Jackets are made in the USA from Japanese denim that does have a vintage effect applied to it. I did elect to go with a size small for both colorways, and I do find that they fit very relaxed. These jackets are very wide and do feature nice details like the back pleat, shirt collar, side pockets, antique brass hardware, and a beautiful coloration that comes in the form of that nice vintage wash. The main allure for this denim jacket is going to be its construction. That's definitely a selling point, but even more so is the cut and attention to detail that does constitute this jacket. It's just very excellent in terms of shape, very unique, and I think Jerry really did his thing for this piece. At $995, it is pretty pricey, and whether or not the attention to detail is enough to justify that $1,000 price point is completely up to you. I think it's excellent, but it's more of a want rather than a need. For sizing reference, I did go with a size small in these jackets. As I mentioned, they are very baggy, very relaxed, and will definitely allow for layering if you so choose. As I've mentioned time and time again in today's video, the price points for 8th collection are pretty up there, and for that reason, this is going to be the 3rd and final article that I did pick up from 8th collection, and these are what are known as the Aerobic tennis shoes. They do retail at $595 and are comprised of a very soft, flat white Italian leather. It's got a classic tennis shoe style of silhouette, very versatile, and does have a midsole that is made up of a dense, thick rubber. It feels a very good quality. I do think that Fear of God did create a brand new mold for 8th collection because the sizing is a bit different. I did go with my true size that I've taken all Fear of God footwear, which is a 41. My true to size in sneakers is like an 8.5 to a 9, but this pair here, 41, is very snug, especially in the toe box region. That I do have a medium wide foot, but the shoe overall does fit a bit different than shoes of the past. I do like the silhouette of the shoe. I do find it to be very cool, almost like triangular at the toe box. It does narrow down almost like a bottleneck and then open up at the heel. Again, with the attention to detail, this isn't just a standard pair of white sneakers. I feel like Jerry really did his thing when it came to designing the sneaker silhouette. It's a pretty good shoe overall. When it comes to my overall thoughts on 8th collection, I'm just gonna be transparent with you guys. I don't wanna sugarcoat anything, and I'm not trying to say anything negative about the brand per se, because I'm still a fan of the brand in general. You guys know this, I have been for years and years and years now. Where I'm at in relation to Fear of God doesn't necessarily align. And what I mean by that is, I feel like Fear of God is going down the alley of more of like very intentional luxury suiting, furs, and just garments that are of like the highest ticket tier, and that is amazing. But I do find it a bit more difficult nowadays to kind of relate to the brand during 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th even. Jerry did an amazing job of juxtapositioning, bringing two worlds together, whether it be streetwear, particularly like flannels and ripped denim and all that stuff, even punk rock, throwing it in a blender with the beautiful luxury detailing of Italian craftsmanship, top level fabrics and things of that nature. And he's very much still using like the best of the best materials and craftsmanship. I'm not saying anything on that front. It's just in terms of the aesthetic. I don't know. I feel like from 7th going into 8th and really leaning more so into 8th, it feels like Hugo Boss, like much more mature, which is great, but that stuff I don't really choose to wear on the day-to-day. And at these price points, I don't know necessarily that's the best spot to be. And mind you, I am speaking anecdotally and of course all my opinion, but I do find myself missing the stuff of yesteryear, like 4th, 5th. Needless to say, I'm still gonna be following Fear of God and Jerry Lorenzo and wherever the journey takes them. But these are essentially my takes on 8th collection. I by no means not like it, I just don't love it. You guys go ahead and let me know what you guys think about Fear of God 8th collection. I'd definitely be interested in hearing what you guys have to say. Go ahead and like today's video and subscribe to the channel, notifications on if you're into this style of content. And as always, I'll catch you again in the next video. Peace and be blessed.